first item on the agenda, I'll have Ms. Casas lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the U.S. and Texas flags. Ms. Casas?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our nation is the flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, under God, one indivisible.
We will proceed to public comment, and I have received none. Is there anyone out there that wished to be but did not turn in a form? If not, I will ask Sophie to do the presentation she's got. Please, Commissioner Benavides.
Is anybody here from the Governor's Committee on Disabilities campaign?
Yes, ma'am.
You are? I will read to you a proclamation, 207-RO-9089. The State of Texas, County of Cameron, be it resolved that on the 4th day of September 2007, the Cameron County Commissioners Court convened in regular session, and upon the request of the Cameron County Commissioners, the following item was placed on the agenda of the said court for such meeting, pursuant to Government Code 551.041 of the Vernon, Texas Civil Statutes. Consideration and possible action to declare October National Disability Employment Awareness Month to provide awareness and encouragement to hire persons with disabilities as part of the Governor's Committee on Disabilities campaign. Whereas more than 1 million people with disabilities have entered the labor force since the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act in 1990. And whereas, as taxpayers, consumers, and workers, people with disabilities are contributing to our society and to their own fulfillment of the American dream. And whereas, new generations of young people with disabilities are growing up in Cameron County, graduating from high school, going to college, and preparing to participate in the workplace. And whereas, job seekers with disabilities have the right to maximize their potential by making the most of their intellectual talents and abilities in an environment free of physical, programmatic, and attitudinal barriers. And whereas October is National Disability Employment Awareness Month by congressional designation, we at Cameron County will join the nation in promoting activities and produces materials to increase the public's awareness of the contributions and skills of American workers with disabilities. We will be part of the planned events and programs and will support all efforts to showcase the abilities of employees and job candidates with disabilities. And whereas the month of October 2007 provides an opportunity for students and job seekers with all types of disabilities to gain insight into career options by participating in workforce-sponsored job fairs coordinated by Cameron Works. And whereas employers from the private, governmental, and nonprofit sectors may benefit from hiring people with disabilities as a way of increasing the hiring pool with valuable employees and earn tax advantages. And whereas these efforts are made possible through a broad partnership with the Disabilities Navigator Program Initiative and a dedicated local team of organizers from businesses, nonprofit organizations, school districts, colleges, and universities, and local workforce professionals from Cameron Works. Now therefore it be proclaimed that Cameron County Commissioners Court does hereby proclaim the month of October 2007 as Employment Awareness Month for people with disabilities. Signed by members of the Commissioners Court. Thank you.
just take a moment to say thank you and to offer congratulations to the court, because this is a population that's easy to overlook, and this proclamation is very strong evidence that the leadership in this county does not overlook that population. You all get it, and this proclamation helps us to pass the word to other folks, because we all, at one time or another, whether it's obvious or not, have a shortcoming, a disability that we need to overcome. And sometimes that disability is just not having an awareness of the fact that folks with obvious disabilities are very capable of being constructive, productive, contributing members of society. This goes a long way to helping us to promote that effort. So we thank you very much, not only for the proclamation, but for your leadership in getting the word out. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Commissioner Tamayo that has a proclamation that she wishes to present also under public comment.
Okay. At the last Rio Grande Valley Development Council, we were presented with these checks, and if you will help me, I think we had already spoken in reference to this, that $289,860, and that particular grant is going for various projects. Town of Olmito Water Supply Company, El Jardín Water Supply Corporation, Cameron Park Colonia Streetlight Project, and Laguna Heights Streetlight Project. And that is one of them. And the second one, and I don't know if the staff that had so much to do with this, Frank Bejarano and his staff, of course, are the ones that were involved with this. And this is for $500,000, and that is the project. Location is the Cameron County, immediate southeast Brownsville off Farm Road 1419, which is the wastewater yard lines for El Salado Colonia and adjacent colonias, which include Valle Hermoso, Valle Escondido, and Alabama-Arkansas roads. So this is wonderful. ORCA presented this at the last meeting. And I thank the staff that worked so diligently to get this done.
Thank you, Commissioner Tamayo. And I have one other proclamation under public comments that I will read. And this proclamation, Gloria Casas and some of her staff are here to get it, but let me go ahead and read it to you. We passed this in the month of September, okay? Be it resolved that on the 18th day of September of 2007, the Cameron County Commissioners Court convened in regular session, and upon the request of Cameron County Commissioners Court, the following item was placed on the agenda of the said court for such meeting pursuant to Government Code Section 511.041 of Vernon's Texas Civil Statutes, the Texas Open Meetings Act, to be considered. Consideration and adoption of a proclamation declaring the month of September 2007 as Infant Mortality Awareness Month in Cameron County, Texas. Whereas the infant mortality rate, which is the rate at which babies die before their first birthday in Cameron County, was 6.7 per 1,000 births, and whereas in Cameron County in 2004, 58 babies never took their first steps, and whereas infant mortality among Hispanics remains significantly higher than that of the white population, and whereas the United States as a whole ranks 23rd among industrialized nations in which babies die before their first birthday, and whereas the National Infant Mortality Awareness Month has been designed to increase the people's awareness of the high rates of infant death and is being led by the National Healthy Start Association, and whereas the Valley Primary Care Network Healthy Start projects in the Rio Grande Valley, located at the Brownsville Community Health Clinic and Su Clínica Familiar, is one of the nearly 100 Healthy Start projects nationwide, and whereas since 2000, the Valley Primary Care Network Healthy Start program has been dedicated to reducing the incidence of infant mortality in the Rio Grande Valley, and whereas our Healthy Start program has a dramatic impact on the high rates of infant mortality that are prevalent in our communities, providing critical services to over 1,000 women and their infants. Now therefore, be it proclaimed that Cameron County Commissioners Court does hereby proclaim the month of September of 2007 as Infant Mortality Awareness Month in Cameron County, Texas. And it was approved on the 18th day of September of 2007, signed by all of the Honorable Court. Ms. Casas, would you and your staff come up?
David, could you take a picture for them, if they'd like a picture with Commissioner Gosler?
Stand right there and I will. You know, the mic is yours, if you'd like to say a few words.
Thank you.
I thought I had a loud voice here. As a proclamation, well, first of all, Commissioners, thank you so much for this opportunity to visit with you and let you know what we're doing out in the community. My name is Gloria Casas, and I'm the program manager for the Healthy Start program here in the Rio Grande Valley. We cover 5 counties, including Cameron County. With me are the actually 3 case managers from the Brownsville Community Health Center and Su Clínica Familiar, and we have our promotoras with us who actually are out there doing this hard work. I want to thank you for allowing us to share with you the great work that these ladies are doing. We were recognized at the national level for the year 2004 with zero infant mortality among the ladies that these ladies work with. So we were very, very proud of that we were recognized at the national level. Healthy Start has 100 projects throughout the United States, and we're one of the 100 projects. And so it is with great honor and pride that I introduce these ladies to you. And thank you so much, because in order to have a future, we have to take care of the present. And that's exactly what we all are doing together, including the Health Department, which were very, very helpful in putting this information out, Valley Baptist Medical Center, the Regional Academic Center, the schools, the community health centers. All of us work together throughout the month of September. And so I want to thank you again, and please, visit our community health centers and see the wonderful work these ladies are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gloria. I will skip to item number 30. I see the Honorable Mayor and City Manager from the great city of La Feria present. So we're going to go ahead and consider and possible action to appoint a representative to meet with the City of La Feria to prepare a finance plans for the Tax Increment Reinvestment Zone Number 1, City of La Feria, waive the 60-day notice requirement for the city to create the zone, and to indicate the county participation rate at 100% of the M&O revenue in the zone. Mr. Sepulveda?
This item was placed at the request of the City of La Feria. As the Commissioner mentioned, City Manager and the Mayor are present if there are any questions for them. We do need to appoint a representative to represent Cameron County.
I would like to recommend to the Commission that we appoint Commissioner Tamayo and then have a staff member to help with the liaison work, if that would be okay. Maybe Frank Bejarán?
Yeah, we'll coordinate with our office.
Will you
and then we'll
coordinate?
delegate.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. I'll be glad to serve.
Okay. Anything else that you would need from us besides us voting in favor of this?
Thank you very much. Appreciate the time.
Okay.
Thank you. Look forward to working with you.
Move to approve.
Motion.
Any other comment?
Oh, no, not at all.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion for approval has been made and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Consent items. Are there any items on the consent part of the agenda that any commissioner wishes to pull out for discussion?
Commissioner, item 24C, the travel is not needed.
24C?
Correct.
Okay. Anything else?
Do you have any? I don't.
No, I don't.
Motion for approval, with the exception of 24C.
Second?
Second. All those in favor of approving all the items except for 24C, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. All the consent items, including travel, except for 24C, are approved. Our next item on the, anything else we need to take out of? No? Next item is executive session items, and we have 5 of those. I will read A, deliberation regarding real property concerning acquisition of partial 8 for the right-of-way for the Dixieland Road project pursuant to VTCA Government Code Section 551.072. B, deliberation regarding real property concerning the acquisition of partial 27 for the right-of-way for the FM 732 project pursuant to VTCA Government Code Section 551.072. C, deliberation regarding real property concerning acquisition of partial 30 for the right-of-way for the FM 732 project pursuant to VTCA Government Code Section 551.072. D, confer with Commissioners Court Legal Counsel concerning a claim of Timothy R. Floyd for discussion and possible settlement pursuant to VTCA Government Code Section 551.071, 1A and B. And E, confer with Commissioners Court Legal Counsel concerning Cameron County versus BFI Waste Collection et al. Cause number 2005-07-3905-A. BFI Waste Services of Texas, LP, and Waste Management of Texas, Inc. versus County of Cameron in the 13th Court of Appeals, Corpus Christi, Texas, cause number 13-06-623-CV, and BFI Waste Services of Texas, LP versus County of Cameron and Red River Service Corporation of Texas, Inc., case number B-05-279, for the discussion of settlement terms concerning Red River Service Corporation pursuant to VTCA Government Codes Section 551.071, 1A and B. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second?
Second. Moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. The court convenes in executive session for discussion of referenced items.
Second?
Moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. The court is in regular session. Item 26A, I need deliberation regarding real property concerning the acquisition of partial 8 for right-of-way for the Dixieland Road project. And I need an acknowledgement of agreed upon appraised value of $4,855. A motion to that effect.
So moved.
Second?
Moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item B, deliberation regarding real property concerning acquisition of partial 27 for the right-of-way for the FM 732 project, and that is to Jorge Gonzalez in the amount of $2,186.
So moved.
Second?
Moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, item C, deliberation regarding real property concerning the acquisition of partial 30 for the right-of-way for the FM 732 project, and that is to David Rodriguez in the amount of $32,289.
So moved.
Motion. Second?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item D, confer with Commissioners Court Legal Counsel concerning a claim of Timothy Floyd for discussion and possible settlement.
Move to, excuse me.
Go
Move
ahead.
to acknowledge report.
Do I have a
I'm
second?
not voting on that.
Item D. D.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Second?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item E, confer with Commissioners Court Legal Counsel concerning Cameron County versus BFI and everybody else listed under that item.
Move to acknowledge report.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Please note for the record that Commissioner Tamayo was not in the discussion for item E. I'm going to go back to one of the items that has been previously already passed, but I understand that we have a few gentlemen with us, JPs, I believe, that wish to give us a short report on item 21, which was the consideration and approval for the telephone allowance for the 3 JP warrant officers. And the telephone allowance has been approved, but we would be more than happy to hear your report, Mr. Gonzalez. And I'm sorry for not having taken you earlier.
Good evening, Commissioners. Judge Muñiz is going to be handing out a report that we have from the warrant officers and the revenue that they have collected when we put them in place July the 16th of this year. And it has the total from the JP officers, the several officers in there, and on the end of there is what was generated out of the JP office in La Feria. And if anyone has any questions, I would be happy to answer any question. Also would like to thank you for considering and approving the telephone allowances for these warrant officers. This is just the estimated of the revenues that have been collected up to date, and the total amount is $112,582 that has been collected from the start on July the 16th up to date.
Well, Judge, I, for one, want to congratulate the staff, the warrant officers. I think they've done an excellent job, and as I have said before, it's wonderful to bring in money, but also, I think, in my opinion, just as importantly, for those that break the law to realize that they're not going to get away with it. And so I think it's an outstanding report, and I hope they continue doing as well. I do have a question. Do you not have 4 positions? Are you looking at interviewing or?
Not at this particular time, because we don't know what else we'll need for these warrant officers. If it appears that the pilot program will continue and they will be certified to continue on after the 13th month, then we'll probably look at that. Unless we are generating or they're generating a lot more revenue, then we can go ahead and get the other one. That would probably help us out a little bit more. Hopefully, if this proves the way it's going and as much revenue, we would like to see a warrant officer in each one of the JP offices. But this would be in the future, not right now. We still don't even know if the program is going to continue.
Very interesting.
It appears that, in my opinion, that they are doing a very good job in collecting these fines, and they haven't really even got started on going out and picking up, except for maybe a few that have given them problems, and they have gone out to arrest them and bring them in physically.
So it's mostly been they've been able to do it over the phone?
That is correct. And the JPs overall have decided that if they're doing a good job in getting these revenues by the use of the phone, there's no use in changing it for right now unless they have problems with a few of them. They've had a few that have kind of disregarded what they have told them, and they have gone out to pick them up. And of course, once they bring them in, we have collected their revenue or their fines that they have owed.
Very good.
Commissioner Rodriguez, any questions?
No, Judge, thank you very much, and I congratulate you for taking the effort to go out there and collect all these monies and having the warrant officers work for you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Anybody else would like?
Just,
Any other question that y'all would
you know,
like to ask?
I think this is very good, Judge Gonzalez, if you could do a quarterly report to us like this, I think it will help us to see what is being done from the office, from that particular warrant office, and, you know, it makes it easier for us to make decisions as to, you know, I mean, I know how much they need a phone, because they worked out of my office for a couple of weeks, and I saw them, they used the telephone and the computer for everything, and it made it very easy, so I can imagine, you know, a mobile phone will really help them be more efficient.
And one of the reasons that we have asked for these phone allowances is because most of the offices, JP offices, only have 2 lines.
Right.
And the clerks usually are on those phones, or people calling in, and they just kind of have to wait, so it stops them from producing their calls. So
Yeah.
we just decided that maybe that would be a good idea to see if maybe we could get this consideration and get them those phone allowances.
Well, I think
And-
if you start bringing in these kind of revenues, you'll see us conceding to
Right.
what your needs are more easily.
Now, Judge, I suppose, and this is a nice number, I mean, 125,000 is awesome, but it's really not even putting a dent in it, is it?
No,
That's
no, this is only like 3 months, almost going into 4 months. And,
That's
I mean, to
excellent.
generate 112,000, almost 113,000, and there, it's probably over 113,000 as we speak, because we haven't counted Monday and Tuesday of this week. And
Excellent.
we have one in Port Isabel, one working in Los Fresnos, and the other one in San Benito at this time. So
Well, you be sure
they're
to
scattered out.
congratulate them for us and tell them that we look forward to more of this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge Gonzalez. Could I get an acknowledgement and a motion to acknowledge the report?
Motion to acknowledge report.
Second?
All those in favor, acknowledge report under item 21, which was a telephone allowance and why they need a telephone. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We will go to item,
26A.
for discussion and action, item 27, budget amendments, line item transfers, and salary schedules. Yes?
Commissioners, Judge Pro Tem, I left one salary schedule in front of you regarding the Parks Department. Included, you should have received with your packets or on Friday a disc that has the scanned image of the approved budget and the salary schedules for this next fiscal year also included on there. If anyone would like a hard copy of that, I can provide one, but I felt it was easier just to
Much
save the
easier.
file.
My problem is I couldn't open it up.
Okay,
Only the salaries, the other 2, I couldn't open it up.
okay, the other 2 wouldn't open? Okay, I'll get you another diskette.
Because I guess it's in
It's Adobe? Mm-hmm,
and I couldn't open it.
okay.
So this is all you have for today?
Yes, just that one.
Okay. Do I hear a
Motion for approval.
Second?
All those in favor say aye on item
Aye.
number 27.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 28, which is approval of claims. And there's 3 other, Rob?
Yes.
Okay. 3 other daily registers, one for 9/28 and 2 of them for 10/2 of '07.
Move to approve?
Second.
Motion to approve everything that was presented, including our packet. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, sir. Item number 29, which is, 29 is consideration and possible approval of amendment to services agreement number 2006C11090.
Commissioners, this is an amendment to extend the contract till December, our ACS contract for records management and imaging services. It's up for renewal, so we're out on an RFP to get in bids.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion has been made for approval and second. Is Mr. Forbes here? No?
He just...
Sylvia, any problems with us approving or extending this contract through December?
Actually, Commissioner, what we've done is we've done an addendum to the imaging contract we have currently for the county clerks, and we made sure that we've only added to the work to a certain amount of money allowed.
Dollar amount,
Right, and
which is within,
the 25%. So,
okay.
and while the district clerk goes through the RFP process, and I think they're doing that right now, so,
So your recommendation is we approve it as presented?
yes.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Yeah, number 31 is consideration and authorization to purchase Iron Port Appliance and 3-year support utilizing the State of Texas Qualified Information Services vendor.
Motion to table.
Motion to table?
Second.
Second. Any comments or questions? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries, and item 31 is tabled. Item number 32, Mr. Garcia? You've got to have some report.
At this point, we don't have anything for y'all.
I think you have a report at the state level. We have a new TxDOT executive director you might wish to
Yeah.
tell us about. I know we already got the emails and everything else, but I think publicly we need to acknowledge.
Last week, the Texas Transportation Commission met for the second or third time to review their candidates for the executive director of TxDOT. And the decision was made to hire Amadeo Saenz as the executive director.
Wonderful.
Which was great news for us down here. As many of you know, Mr. Saenz has been the engineer in the FAR district for many years, was involved with the Queen Isabella Causeway project, and he's very, instrumental and knows the area. He's going to be a huge asset for us on many of the projects that we're working on, countywide, RMA-wide, and regionally. So that was a great news we had last week, and we're going to try to see him sometime this week. If not next week, we're trying to plan a meeting to already, talk to him, and in his official capacity, he's already aware of it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, be sure and congratulate him in our behalf.
Yeah.
I think we're extremely lucky to have someone of his caliber.
Yeah, I think the state of Texas is lucky to have him there, and I know that, he is from South Texas. He knows our area. He worked with our area for a number of years, and they can't do anything but be helpful. And I do want to thank, I know a lot of different folks in our community made many phone calls to Austin, the folks in different capacities that they knew, and trying to suggest who the next person might be. And to all those folks, we need to publicly thank them,
And, I think towards the end of this year, the highway project in the valley will be complete. And Mr. Saenz was, pretty much instrumental in luring a lot of the monies and dollars from TxDOT down to this area. His help in finally getting our area recognized in his capacity has enabled us to complete the project. So, we ought to thank him for that as well, and it's shows the true leadership that he's going to bring to Texas.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other comments in regard to the legislative or state agendas from commissioners? If not, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Moved and second that we adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. As our county judge would say, God save this honorable court.